What's up, everybody? Dave Bartosiak here. I've got another chart of the day. This time it is Dave and Buster's. Ticker is play. Really nerve-wracking here if you're a long-term shareholder. So you get a big, huge boost coming out of the COVID lows, and then there's this extended consolidation period. Really, this almost looks like a chart of the small caps where you just kind of bounce around in a range. It almost feels like you're going to get out, and then you never do. And then it dragged on for 2.5 years, basically, a long time. Then you finally get a little bit of sunshine as the stock breaks out in December of 2023. Push it up through 47 and change. Although I guess technically you could say that the top end of this range is really this 52 area because had a couple of wicks that got up there, but still finally break out of your consolidation range. And then what happens? Well, you get a little bit of optimism heading into April this year, and then now the bottom falls out. And I mean, April, not that long ago. And look at how bad this slide has been. I mean, just straight down. Now, after the bell, company reported the same-store sales were down something like 6.7%. Not great. The rest of the report was okay, and that's why the stock rallied. But this morning, it gets up to this 50-day moving average, and that's where the sellers are camped out, and they've just forced it lower all day. Now, granted, the whole market's down. I understand that, but still not really what you want to see. So what do we have here? So you have that failure at the 50-day. A bounce at the 200, fails again. Here's your dreaded death cross. Now, take these death crosses with a grain of salt. It's kind of like a mathematical thing that has to happen during a very long, extended downtrend. However, not all downtrends last that long. So most of the time when you get that death cross, it's already over, right? It's like the show's already happened and we're looking at the credits. But here it's a little bit different because what I'm more concerned about, or I would be more concerned about if I was a long-term shareholder, is this rejection again at the 50-day. It's just not good. You're below the 200 and you're getting rejected at the 50. What you want to see is like what happened here into September and November last year, whereas 50-day comes down below. And again, remember I was telling you about these death crosses? There's a death cross there, and this is basically the bottom, right? But anyway, what you want to see is when it gets to that 50-day, it fights on through. That was not the case today. Rejected at the 50-day. Okay, so that's disheartening for long-term investors here. Last time you had a rejection like that at the 50-day, it didn't last too long. I suppose you could call this one, but this is sort of in our consolidation. I really want to see sort of this drop down, right? So these are the COVID lows. It was this rejection here of the 50-day, sold off again, and then finally powered through. So what you should hope for, I hate saying hope when we're talking about stocks. Seriously, if you're a long-term shareholder, that's kind of what you got to, in this case, is what you're going to have to do. We are at the bottom of this sort of longer-term consolidation range here today, right? So underneath 30, we're trying to see if there's actually sellers there or if this is where buyers are going to step in. They stepped in throughout 2021, 2022, 2023. I suspect that they're going to be there also here today, right? We'll see where the stock ends up closing, but we are right at that key support level. Probably a good place to add if you're looking long-term or if you want to average down, especially if you've been buying, throughout or 2014 and such, bring down your cost basis, as long as you like the long-term trajectory. And they are adding stores, which is adding to revenue, adding to EPS, but same-store sales numbers are obviously a little bit concerning. All right, folks, that's all I have for you here on my chart of the day. Be sure to check us out again tomorrow as I investigate another chart based on some news event that's happening tonight. We'll figure it out. We'll take a look at earnings, see what's interesting. I'll go ahead and take a look at that. So for everybody here at Zacks.com, I'm Dave Bartosiak, and I'll see you next time.